So one day, I was chilling doing my commissions with my friend, and they asked me, "Which nation do you think you won't survive in?" And I said, "America." And they replied, "No, I mean like in Genshin." And I was like, "Oh." So we had a really long discussion, and we realized that Teyvat is pretty much a shitty place to live in. Each nation neither only has technology that existed in the 1800s, huge-ass reptiles trying to kill you, quarantined, evil headmasters, or learning your ancestors are the shroom balls or something. I don't want to give much spoilers here, but here are my top worst places to live in Teyvat that no one literally asked for. They're not exactly in any order, so keep that in mind. First off is Inazuma. The lands are separated into different islands, but you can't even dive. The water is made from McDonald's Sprite. The only way is to either swim and drown or become bootleg Jesus to make ice bridges. Since you cannot dive, I would probably start a business there to make submarines. Wave riders are ass. They are pretty slow. My grandma can walk faster. Plus, they're only available in certain places, which again, you gotta take a detour to get to your destination. The transportation sucks, like that one commission where they give you in the middle of nowhere. I know Inazuma is ruled by the Electro Archon, but that doesn't mean you need to get struck by lightning every 5 seconds. And the only way to stop it is to solve 300 puzzles that require you to have a PhD in quantum science. I'm just trying to live my life day to day, man. Not to mention that one island that got a copious amount of copium. No wonder the people there became delusional and did the most horrendous shit ever. I could go on and on about Inazuma. I've been a hater of that nation since day one. Don't get me wrong, I love the scenery and culture there, but I was already traumatized even as a tourist. The next place is Chef Mao's Walk. They be cooking anything there. Chef Mao be letting Xiangling to throw whatever inside that wok, from lizard tails to hilichurl weapons. At what given scenario do we need weapons as ingredients? And given that Xiangling's cooking be blowing up every wok.
あの時の俺なら領域展開福間水氏 I will have order. Imagine coming home after working a long shift at Boo Boo Pharmacy or something just to see your house destroyed, like living in the Avengers world. There's also no privacy whatsoever. Everyone is using that wok like it's a public property, and even Ying uses it to make her perfume. Also, it's kinda small, and you're gonna be cooked alive with the fire that's constantly burning. Might as well live in that huge pot in Dadapa Gorge and become the next stove god. Next worst place to live is Fortress of Meripide, Fontaine's Jail. What the hell is this place? There is not a single day that I won't get lost here. Every day, I be waking up like I'm in the Maze Runner movie. I would be feeling like I'm in prison, not because I'm purposely locked in there, but because I be making endless laps just to find the damn bathroom. And don't get me started with the credit coupons, or else I will be making an uninvited lecture about socialism and capitalism. We'll go there another day. But one thing I can't accept is that there is a gacha system in the food distribution. And there's not even a pity system. Like, come on. Imagine going to get your only meal for the day after 6 hours, trying to find the cafeteria just to get a bad meal. I don't care if Woolsey says it's to give a chance to every chef's cooking, because what if the chef is the Raiden Shogun? And if my luck is as good as Bennett, I gotta work my ass off extra harder than everyone just to buy a more decent meal every single day. The next worst place to live in is the Sumeru Desert. How is this place habitable for humans? It's so hot that not even Tignari can stand the heat, and he's a fennec fox. Okay, probably because his body is already adapted to live in higher humidity areas, but still, the desert is so damn huge, it's taking half of the Teyvat map.
Girl, that's a booty hole.
It's so huge, but has only one hospital. What if you suddenly get a heat stroke somewhere here, and you gotta go all the way down? And it's not even open! I'm never going to visit the ruins and the underground tunnels. I've heard enough about Faruzan solving puzzles there for 100 years. And Aru Village? It's such a sad place to live. Everyone's getting kidnapped left and right. I did some little research by becoming those nosy neighbors listening to them, and somehow almost everyone wants to leave that place. Even this eremite telling me how to get out of Aru Village and become a money grubber off the academia. Seems that the economy is not doing so great, plus it's difficult to get food resources yourself, given the geographical circumstances. Either I will be eating Sino's bugs, or my pet sumpter beast at one desperate point. The next worst place to live in is... No, it's not the chasm. I don't think it's a pretty bad place. There's shrooms almost everywhere. I'm probably getting high 24/7 like Uncle Hee Hee. If I'm always zonked, I don't think I would even care about the conditions I'm living in. The next worst place to live in, it's Zarx's basement.
And then there was like mushrooms.
I know it's not in Teyvat, but it's just as bad as Enkanomiya. Without the law, both are like 200 feet underground. You can barely have daylight. I need my vitamin D. And instead of Enjiao to entertain you, you got this.
お帰りなさいませ、エミリア様。お戻りになられるのをお待ちしておりました。フレデリカ？
I'm the semen demon.
Anyways, that's not even the worst part. You know those boyfriend ASMRs on YouTube? Now you can get the real-life experience in Zarx's basement for 8 hours straight. You get so numb to it until his moans becomes your white noise to sleep. Don't get me wrong, I believe Zarx would be a great host, but I just know for a fact that one day I'd be chilling with the 2 chairs being the only furnitures he has as my bed and that one weight plate as my pillow. He comes up saying shit like,
Imagine a product that you can sell that changes the color of your cum. Dude, imagine it's like neon, like see in the dark. Dude, that'd be so practical. Because then you could like...
Can like what? Can like what, Zarx? Can paint the basement walls because it's cost effective? The last one on my list, the Serenity Pot. I know there are beautiful, insane builds out there. I truly admire the effort and time that has been put into. But I'm talking about the teapots that don't make fucking sense. What's this? There's barely even space. And there are some that gives off, design is my passion, and it's something like this. Yes, I'm guilty too. My teapot is just as bad. They'd be having the most random shit ever. Or just a house that's empty. You'd be sleeping on the cold floor using anything as your blanket. I snooped around some of my friends' teapots and most of them were disappointing. Why are there only shacks? Here we got another empty house. And the Stonehenge. Okay, this is cute. But why is there a sad Aranara? No thank you. But it doesn't stop here. Some of y'all are building prisons. What is with Genshin and prisons? Haven't we already have enough prisons in Teyvat? And then there's the crusty crab. All in all, I'm just sending my thoughts and prayers to the inhabitants of Teyvat. But I'm also excited to know about the future regions and see how crazier it gets. I cannot wait to be burning myself in Natlan, where the floor might be lava. And I'd probably freeze to death in Snezhnaya like in Dragonspine, but that's for another day. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.